there, but I think everybody went down, and everybody went down in a few minutes. Like everybody just shut down. My YouTube channel went down. For the people that I know who do YouTube channels, theirs went down. I went to go check online to see how many people. It was all the way from Saudi Arabia to just about every place else. Everybody went down for a split, a couple of minutes or whatever. I don't know how long you might have been down, but I was down for a bit. So it's funny because it happened right in the middle of the live stream that I was doing the demonstration on. And this was a demonstration on the do-it-yourself screen paint mix that we made for free off Crow's channel. Everybody just went down. Everybody just couldn't get back on. So I'm thinking, okay, they must be just having an outage because it was everywhere. Everybody got the purple monkey with the hammer. So I got some friends overseas, chat back and forth, like, yeah, we're all down over here. So yeah, it was a server outage. That's basically about it. But anyway, let's get back to this. So already screen's been dried. We did this demonstration. We went on to recap. We did a Crow's screen paint Metallica mix, which we made off his channel. Just doing a demonstration, doing basically 2 tablespoons of black and the white paint. And then we did some other mixes where we just put different shades of black and some were different whites. This is our own stuff we're working around with. And keep in mind, like I said, back in the day, we used to make this stuff. It's called YouTube paint. And that's what it was called first. Before there were some problems with the paint, people couldn't make it anymore, and everybody just started making their own mixes, like all over YouTube. So everybody had their own different blends, and like this goes way back. This goes way back when everybody was getting those Chinese knockoff projectors that everybody wanted. They were like called the Galaxy, I think 737, something like that. These particular projectors. If you go back in the older parts of YouTube when people were actually making their own paints. So everybody had their own different style and how they were doing things. We had digital and crystal screen paint. You know, the other people were making their own different products and stuff like that. And one of the biggest mixes that they would do was the black and white paint. That's how it was. It was actually adding in black and gray paint. That's how it was designed. So pretty much what he's doing is something that's been around for like almost forever, since the beginning of people started actually buying their home theater, had these projectors and setting them up in their rooms. People were actually showing these giant screens. They were having their rooms with giant 120-inch, 150-inch screens in the room. And people were just wowed by it. Keep in mind, a lot of these demonstrations were done in completely really dark environments. But it was just that wow factor of just being to have that projector and playing Call of Duty or whatever on a giant screen. So anyway, getting back to where we are here. So anyway, the interesting thing about this demonstration is in the demonstration, Crow shows how to make this screen paint. Now, keep in mind, like I said, you can't find the video. It was pulled from his channel. Video was floating around for a while. I had like 27,000 hits on it. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that figured this one out. So basically what it is by making the mixture, which we did here on the bigger screen, and then we have his personal mix in the middle. They blend perfectly. I mean, actually perfectly together, which basically shows that he was selling a product that pretty much basically you could have made for free. Now, also too, on top of that, it's not only that, the selling point he put behind the product is making it believe it was such a interesting and unique product or a mix that was different from anything else, when all along was just black and white paint. So we got the Christie fired up over here. We got a Christie 505. We got the Christie LWU 420 full 1080p Christie projector at 4,300 lumens. See if this is the right remote control, because I'm carrying 2 remote controls throughout my house. What do we got here? Oh, we got this one right here. This has got to be it. Boom. All right, let's go over to YouTube. Let's drop over to YouTube, grab ourselves a video. And we're going to do this video right here. This one right here, like this one here. And just show you that there is no difference than the mix we made on his channel compared to the the personal mix that I purchased a while back for $104. A little too loud. Just going into my settings, and I'll bring you up close so you can see it for yourself. So like I said, you can't find the channel. It was removed. The YouTube channel was removed. But we were able to do a demonstration off of it, following his instructions on how to make the product. And that's how we were able to make the larger screen. We just followed his instructions. And just out of curiosity to see how close it would come to the personal mix, because when we were making it, it looked exactly like a personal mix. Sounds like I wonder what are the odds. If I put both of them together, will they match? And there you go. It matched perfectly. I tell people, I say, it's like you having a high performance race car. You want the best for your car, and you see this advertising for these brakes. They're supposed to be top performance brakes for race cars, and you buy them. And they got this hype commercial on it telling you exactly the performance and all this stuff on these brakes. You go buy these brakes. They're supposed to be limited edition models. You get them for your car. You go down to a mechanic, and they find out that these brakes are just everyday brakes that anybody can buy. You can get it from AutoZone, and they're cheap. That's pretty much what just happened here. Now, for someone to ask, why are we doing this? I'll tell you why. Because Crow's channel is littered with calling us scammers, all kinds of slurs he said against us, mixing my product with black paint, trying to convince people that my paint was made out, it was just black paint only, just doing all kinds of dirty stuff to try to downgrade our product. I'll tell you what happened. Our product got over there. He probably got one of our real paints, got over there, and he saw it was a bit of a competition for his product. And what he decided to do was basically slander our technology, which he mixed it with black paint. Because when somebody says, well, that theory's a little bit off, well, you tell me why I was able to paint a screen on my wall upstairs, and I was able to display amazing high white levels. Not only that, yesterday, I walked around through my entire house with every last projector fired up, and you saw white levels, contrast, in a fully lit environment. Something they can't do. But for some reason, when I'm displaying beautiful skin tones over here, in his demonstrations, all my technology comes up dark. And mind you, here's a pre-recorded. Mine are all done live, in real time. So, if you want to go around calling people scammers and this, that, and the other, then you got my attention. Now I'm going to start doing some investigating of my own, and I'm going to start digging in your backyard. And behold, this is what we found. Interesting that the person that was calling everybody, calling us the scammers, was actually the scammer himself. Now, like I said, I can call Better Business Bureau today. I purchased your product. I have a transaction receipt on my PayPal debit card, multiple ones where I purchased from you. And I can show proof in one of your demonstrations that you display an item that isn't what it's supposed to be. That's fraud. Now, keep in mind, you're going to say, well, you're just one person. Not really. What they're going to do is they're going to track down every single can that you sold under that product and see how many people that you basically sold that product to, knowing that you were just selling them black and white paint. It's kind of like that snake oil. In the Wild Wild West, the guy would come up in the rickety stagecoach, and he would promise you this miracle cure that you would drink it and he would heal all your ailments. And in the end, it was just basically some kind of, probably some spring water with a little squeeze of lemon and some salt in it just to give it an odd taste. That's pretty much what he did. So if you go back and you watch his demonstrations on his personal mix, how he talks about how advanced it is, the contrast levels, and how beautiful it looks, and so and so and so, and you know, it's better technology and this other stuff, and it's a much more advancement, when all the while was just black and white paint. Something that would have cost you $40 a gallon to make. Consider $17 a quart of flat black paint. and bare 1050 is about $23. Now, if you saw in the last demonstration, I can take a black silver, and that is a dark gray screen, and I can produce a contrast on a screen that's dark gray. I can take the dark gray screen and I can throw it on a black screen, and a black screen can actually perform the white levels high enough to actually make that screen blend into that screen. Our technology is way beyond his and way different. We can actually show different demonstrations and the difference between what our technology is designed to do. But on this case, well, you judge for yourself what you're looking at. So for those of you who have paid for this paint already, ain't very much I can say to you at all, to tell you the truth. You just got scammed, that's all. Now, if you bought it off eBay, there's a hard chance you're going to have a hard problem with that one. And I'll tell you why you would have a hard problem with that one. Because as I said before, the way his eBay account is set up, he doesn't have categories of products. He just has one product that just says one thing. And you have to email him in order to get a different product. And because of that, it doesn't exactly say what you paid for on your receipt. Now, if it says Crow's Mix Professional Screen Paints, then that's what you ordered, Crow's Mix Professional Screen Paint, even though you did email him and request a Frankenstein mix. They're going to go by what is on your receipt. And if you try to take pictures and say, hey, look, this is what I ordered, PayPal does not accept pictures. They consider that something that can be photoshopped. They don't accept those. I've been with PayPal for over 10 years. I know, trust me. Maybe you can send a video link in. Nope, ain't gonna work either. The best bet you have is email to email. And you can show proof that he agreed to send you this particular product, then you have a chance. Other than that, you don't. Now, interesting, the biggest campaign he has against my product is that my black screens don't pull white level. And it's funny because we display that all the time, even when we do paint on demonstration. So, it's not something, bottom line, is anybody can use against us. Because we can actually show our technology producing high white levels. In this case, you got a $104 screen paint blended into a free paint. I'll put you a little closer, just in case. Now the UV mix blended into a primer. I'm not going to tell you what primer it is, but it did blend into a primer. We'll do another paint on demonstration. I'll grab something else. So we're going to do another paint on demonstration. We're going to paint another piece of material. Go back and show you the tutorial video again. This is the video that he pulled down from his site because he didn't want anyone to see it. And keep in mind, the video has been floating around for quite some time because it has accumulated 27,000 hits. Let me see. We need a serger here for my phone. So plug that in. And thank you so much for the orders. I appreciate it. A few dozen orders just popped through. I do appreciate that. And keep in mind, we're going to take technology and put it against our own. You know that's going to happen. Come on, I don't pass up opportunities like that. That's the same thing when I did the gray primer and matched this screen. And somebody said, why don't you put it against your own screen? I thought you would never ask. You know I don't back down for challenges when it comes to my technology. Yesterday, I walked through the entire house, had every projector fired up, fully lit environment. 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I displayed my screen right there. Oh, this is funny. Everybody got hit with this today, a few minutes ago. Everybody got hit with this. She didn't get hit with the monkey. All right, so let's go over here to under Crystal Edge. And let's pull this up. Yeah, this is a demonstration. I just walked through my whole house displaying all my screens. My buddy is like, no one. And keep in mind, no company, no hobby paint has never did a demonstration like that. Walk through the entire house, all my projectors fired up. Jumping from room to room to room. Look at this. We're like, how many projection screens you have in your room? Let's see what we have upstairs. We got 135 in the game room, another 100-inch in the game room. The other room has an 80-inch. The one in the other game room has a 106-inch portrait mode. Downstairs, we have a 138-inch 235.1. In the lounge, we have a 126-inch. In the kitchen, we have a 50-inch. Out on the deck, we have another 135-inch. And then this summer, I'm going to get a 172-inch 235.1 for the backyard, including a monster 500-inch giant mesh screen. That's going to be for customization, for doing designs and stuff, and maybe a few motorized projection screens. Got projection screens that run through my whole house. And back in the bedroom over here, I'm just jumping from room to room to room, showing off my technology. Look at this, boom. Just jump right into one room. Come out of this room, show off my screens there, fully lit environment. I'm gonna get a GoPro. I'm just gonna run through everything. You guys see in the summertime. In the summertime, I do demonstrations while I be outside showing up a giant 180-inch screen. So you know what? Let's go up to the deck. Go up to the deck, another 100-inch screen. Let's go inside the kitchen, another screen. Go into another screen. And I look up on the ceiling, screen on top of the ceiling. Come on. Somebody want to be sitting in the dark all day? Screen in the kitchen. Ultra short throw in the kitchen. It was like, damn, you just flexing all through the house. Like, yep. It shows you how good our ambient light projection is. I ain't got to worry about walking around in the dark, closing windows. My kitchen is bright. Look at that. You can see right outside my window. You can see the golf course right there. Have to be able to show your technology work. If it doesn't, then people going to like it's just everyday house paint. Look at this, upstairs in the office, ultra short throw. I can do it get done today. I get up and have all my screens running right now today. No problem. Let me show you this. This is how much light was pushing in when I walked into the office. Backing out, showing the side screen. Walk right into the office. The office, lounge, tea room, down bedroom. Look at this. Windows open. And like I said, they want to talk about challenges. Everything we do is a challenge to them. And we didn't even make that a challenge. There you go. Coming down the stairs. See where my screen sits at? My screen sits at 126 inches and a bed of windows. Turn to the side. 138-inch 235.1. Big boy screen on the side. Screen over here. 92-inch screen right there. Boom. All light up. No problem. Hit back to the other screen. Turn the lights on. With the window lights on. Yeah. Our technology speaks for itself by itself. That's what you call true ambient light projection technology. Like I said, I'm getting mad before a company starts knocking on our back door for us to sell out. And keep in mind, these people doing this on small little sample screens. These are official full-size screens that I'm walking around the house using. There's no small little sample screens. These are official size screens. My is a 58-inch. It's the size of a TV. So all these in here, these little demonstrations that people doing, these little tiny sample sheets, no. You have to do a massive size screen. When they do this, what they do is they squeeze the pixels in, the image in nice and tight. So the image is nice and sharp. But let's get back to what we need to get to right here. Let me see. Let's pull it up. Let's go into my channel. I'm going to pull up my video. I got to do another paint on real quick. And we'll show you the demonstration. There you go. I don't want to hear from the Crow Boys to crying and the whining about how we made this product without his permission. There it is right there. Metallica projection screen paint. Mix 2 teaspoons of flat black paint, which we just made. You can go back and I'll put the other video we just did. Now you tell me that's not his dining room right now. Tell me if that's not his dining room. And that's what we have in that container right over there. We got that paint right in this container right here. Same product, we got it right here. Already made. If you don't believe that's the container, well, like I said, I just did video on it already. So we need a live video on it. I'll back it up. I'll put this at the bottom of the link. You can watch me make that paint. I've done it already 3 times already. Actually did it twice already. Blow this up so you can see this crystal clear. There you go. So Crow Boys, I'm curious. You got anything to say about this? Because I'm curious to see what you got to say. I mean, you come in my channel running your mouth. I'm curious. I'm curious, how are you going to get anything out of this? Oh, but wait a minute, it's not fair because you did such and such and so. I made the video off a tutorial video that you just pulled down that you can't find. Tell me if you can find the video. As a matter of fact, can you find the video? Bet you can't find it. If you can't find the video, that means whatever that product, that mixture in that product, pretty much contains to all his screen paints. Because if it didn't match any of his screen paints, why pull down the video? There's no point in pulling it down. Let me show you something here funny. But we're going to pause this for a minute. Pause that. We'll put that link down so you can watch it. We're going to come into here. And let's pull this up for you to see. Let me see. You get that right? Over here. See this right here, Partey? Yeah, we test your stuff out too. We got your product right there. This is the paint you call yourself making, giving out for free. We did this demonstration about a year ago. Been done it already. We already been through your stuff already. Already tested all your stuff out. Seen all your video demonstrations. Broke everything down. We already know what you are before you even know what you are. There's your product right there. We just made it right there on YouTube. Matched it against our 8 and our 8-picture screen. You guys are so late when it comes to catching up to us. It's not even funny. We're so far ahead of you. Yeah, come on. Why do you think I don't entertain him? We already made his paint already. I saw him making his paint. Bought the very same ingredients. Made his product. Right there. It failed against an 8. Now, mind you, you're going against a 12. 12s are actually 5 times more advanced than 8s. course, Crow learned that the hard way when he tried to put a UB mix against a 12 and see what happened. And this stuff right here, that stuff is garbage. And I'll tell you why it's garbage. Look at the ingredients that he puts in there. One of it is Vaseline, like some kind of oil he put into it. Do you have any idea what happens if you mix an oil substance with a freaking a water-based product? It doesn't actually blend well. It causes it to separate. And if it causes it to separate, this stuff has the potential of cracking and peeling after a certain amount of time. Because even though if it's dry, the stress test of basically rolling this stuff up over and over and over on your screen, eventually that chemical is going to break down. And guess what, buddy? If you do breathe that stuff in, it can wreak havoc on your lungs. So you do want to make sure you are wearing a mask to cover your face up when you're using that kind of stuff. Actually, he made the statement in this video. He said in this video that you don't breathe that stuff in because it could cause damage to your lungs. Let me explain to some people who don't understand things that you could breathe in that can pretty much damage your lungs. Flour. You know, flour, if you breathe enough of that in, can damage your lungs. Bakers have all kinds of respiratory issues because they breathe in a lot of this flour and it cakes their lungs and causes damage. Anything you breathe in for a long period of time, it's going to cause damage, but that stuff is pretty toxic. And yes, they do make it for making stuff with it, but it does have a warning label. Like anything you buy has a warning label. So this is the free product he caught himself making online. We made it already. Been done it. A year ago. That's why I keep explaining to y'all. Anything y'all do, we're already 10 steps ahead already. The first thing when I develop a product is to search and find anything out there on the internet that can come close to it. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. Just like the tutorial video, he was showing people how to make this stuff. It's the same tutorial video that Crow made. We did the exact same thing. Except for in Crow's result, his free paint actually matched the paint he was selling. And this guy, why in the world? Vaseline. What the freak, dude? Seriously? Vaseline? You put an oil substance in with a water base? You do know washing your hands off with this stuff is going to be quite nasty because you're going to have an oil in there. It's really going to make it hard for you to add hot water. You know what happens when you add hot water to oil? It doesn't exactly dissolve too well. So as for your challenge, well, put it this way. We did it ourselves a year ago. You're late. You're definitely late, my friend. You're late. We did it already. That's how we know the results of your product. That's why we don't pay you any mind. I posted this video a year ago. Posted a year ago. Now I'm going to show you something pretty interesting. I remember when I said that when Crow displayed the video, it was dark and dirty and grimy. Yeah, I'm going to show you something. This is a year ago, mind you, when this video was posted. This is why I said don't put this stuff on your screen. You want to damage your screen? Yeah, go ahead. But I'm going to show you why. Oh, let me just move that the other way around because you get a better chance of seeing it that way. There's my projector I'm using. There's the product I'm mixing in. That's how many spoons he said puts in to make it. I follow it to a T when it's demonstration. And he goes into this whole lecture about why you have to put Vaseline in it because it protects the coating and the polymer thing. Dude, let me explain something to you. When Maxwell makes that particular polymer thing for protecting decks, they have a ton of testing that has to go through. It's called safety material. It's This is all the testing they have to go through, basically explaining the chemical, the formula, all that. If there was a problem with that particular formula was breaking down, you would have multiple lawsuits of people who've used this stuff to spray their decks or probably protect for furniture and stuff like that. And if this stuff actually broke down and caused the outdoor elements to deteriorate a deck or something somebody spent money or contractors worked on, they would have lawsuits left and right. So they have to test this stuff to see if it works. So by you saying that you have to put in a Vaseline solution to make it maintain its structure when it's stressed under different elements is bull. So they mix it in two parts. And by the way, another thing too, Chemistry 101, when you put an oil substance in that, you cause the screen to get shiny and in hot spots like crazy, especially when you're using a 4300 lumen projector. We mix the rest of that stuff outside. Mind you, this is at my blue house. Get to cut to the chase. You don't see it. Let's get to the paint on part. All right, so this is it. Everything's added into it. The black paint. Now, you know what I did with your product? I tested your white levels. There's no point in doing contrast because, well, basically any black surface can do contrast. We have to test the white levels. So how high does your white levels come up against an 8? So there we are. We got our sheet right there. We're going to pour yours right there in the middle. Somebody made a comment, oh, only one coat? Well, you got to put down 2 coats, really? I only put 1 coat on mine, and it works perfectly. So now it will require you need 2 coats. So how heavy that paint went on for him? Oh, but it's still wet? I do demonstrations all the time of my screens wet, and even when my screens are wet, they're super bright. So stop complaining. These are the crow boys complaining about nonsense. There's a little paint right there, 1 year ago. Let's go over here real quick. I'm going to set it up. Show you the results. White levels versus white levels. Make sure we get coated in nicely. A nice job putting your coat on. Nice and smooth. Now we got a Sony 4300 lumen projector. As a matter of fact, same projector there. It's the same projector I'm using right there. It's my same projector I'm using in the demonstration. And let's see how your screen pulls up a white level. What was that you were saying about your white levels, Partey? Your white levels are dirty. Even when my screens are wet, they're brighter than your screen. It's dirty. See that shiny part? That's the oil. That's the Vaseline that he put in his paint. That gritty look to it? Yep. Because when you put Vaseline into your paint, what happens is the products don't mix well. It causes separation in the formula. This is 8 technology right there. How shiny it is? Nice and shiny. It's like that Vaseline that women put on their lips. That's what it looks like. Now, see how that looks right there? That dark, gritty look to it. You put Vaseline. You don't put Vaseline in something like that. You know what that does to your product? Now let me show you something right here. Oh, he's mad. Look at him. He's still there ranting. Don't worry, buddy. We got a lot more to go today. You're lucky it's raining today, because you would be outside right now. You got to. You don't need to be ranting. He's been apologizing to his customers while you got a product that's popping up on a free product. I don't have to buy your paint. I can just go in. There's your product right there outside. We took his product outside. He didn't want to do the outside demonstration. We took you outside. When you refuse to do demonstrations, we're doing for you. So let me see. Let's go into your channel. And he better keep it clean. This channel's under review by YouTube's legal department. Oh, yeah, we filed those complaints yesterday. Yes, we did. First thing yesterday, we filed on complaints. Just to let you know, we sent you to a detailed copy of my register copyright. They got it, along with that video you posted on your channel, letting them know that we will sue them because they allow them to let that we used your platform to broadcast that demonstration, which we are going to sue them for that. Now, keep in mind, they're going to do whatever we need them to do to basically make sure everything is right, even if at one point they have to delete your channel. So where's that video challenge you had of that paint that was supposed to be like ours, that free paint? Is it here, or did you get rid of it? There we go. This is supposed to be the free paint. See how dark that comes up? Now, you're saying it's the reason why it's free. Are you saying it's because our product is supposed to look like that? Because that's what it should be? It's funny because if that's the paint that he's giving out, it looks exactly like that. Keep in mind, when we did our demonstration right here, I did a paint on demonstration on the wall of the black technology. Now let's go over into my channel and let's bring up my demonstration that I did live in front of everyone when I painted it directly onto a wall. These are my white levels on my technology. But remember, as he paints it, my screen is supposed to come up that dark. That's a live demonstration. And if you don't believe me, Crow, I can repeat the same demonstration again because I got that screen on my wall upstairs right now. Look at the white levels right there. So how is it possible that my white levels are coming in that freaking high on a black screen, but in demonstration, it's supposed to come up dark? See what I mean? See the dirty tactics that people try when they're jealous about somebody's work? Now, that demonstration's live. You can watch it right now. And if you want, I'll do another one today on the same video. But for some reason, this is how they want to make you believe that all black screen paints, well, we already saw what Partey's stuff looked like. We already tested this stuff already. But that's how he's trying to portray that how black screens are supposed to look. Isn't that sad how somebody put so much work because they're jealous of somebody else's work? Look at that. How dark that is compared to that. I even put screens lighter than my screen, right against my screen. And look at this. I was able to produce deeper reds. That's your screen paint mix right there, your UV mix on a black screen. There's your mix right there. Look at my white and black levels at the same time. It's sad. I'm telling you, it's sad. They work so hard to try to bring down my product. They give me these stupid challenges that they've never completed any of my challenges whatsoever. As for Partey, I tested this stuff about a year ago. His stuff came out really bad. That oil Vaseline, whatever that nonsense is, brought the screen out real dark. It took forever to dry because there was an oil in there and it took forever for dry. You ever stain something with an oil-based product? You know how long that stuff takes to dry? It takes literally forever to dry. That's why if you watch any of his demonstrations on his channel, it is nothing but dark demonstrations. Let's see if we can dig you up, my friend. If I can spell you correctly. This is your demonstration. This is your environment. Do you see how dark that is? Why is your window closed? Look at this. If you're supposed to be saying you have a high performance screen paint, why is your environment that dark? See, it's this product, and it's sitting in the dark. You want to know how obsessed this guy is over me? I'm going to show you right now how obsessed he is over me. Very obsessed. This is another person I think has a secret crush on me. Let's go to his videos. All he talks about is me through his whole channel. Hold on for a minute. I gotta see this real quick. Still in the dark. Why don't you open up that freaking window right there? Open that up. That window should be up. Okay, let me show you some people. We'll get to that. I'm gonna show you some more people. Let me say how it's done when you want to advertise ambient light projection technology. This is another account, so I don't have it on here. Why when I tell you your environment is too dark? That's where my screen sits at 126 inches. Compared to your environment. I would say you need to open up them windows, open up them windows, open up them windows. Why is your area so dark? If your technology is just the same as mine, your windows need to be up. Watch how the day goes by and the room gets brighter and brighter. I can show you from any angle in the environment and the screen will still maintain its blue. From corner to corner to corner. And yet, that's him. So that's the problem here. That window needs to be open. Next time you do a demonstration, open that window, please. Thank you. See the difference between my demonstrations and yours? Big difference. That's a black silver right there. That's my gray screen producing a contrast level so high that right next to a black screen, you couldn't tell one from the other, but this one's gray. There you go. Wasn't this a demonstration you was doing? And that screen's gray, not black. Even my gray screens are more powerful than your black screens. And that's a mid-level screen. We don't consider that to be an advanced screen. It's a mid-level screen. And it's still more powerful than his screens. Maybe you can watch something from this. You can learn something today. It's not bragging. I get tired of people talking so much trash. And then when I go look at the demonstrations, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This is what you're basically talking trash to me about? Like, okay, all right. Let me show you how it's done. Not even black. The screen is gray. It's a gray projection screen that produced a contrast level equal to your screen, and it's gray. Now look at it next to black technology. It's gray. It's a gray screen.
1 in 2 kids is underhydrated.
Which is a code in that technology that allows it to read a contrast level. That's why it came up black when you looked at it. Side by side next to black screens, you can tell one from the other. If you take it and you lay it against a black screen, now you can tell which one's which. Put it right back up. Boom. There you go. There you go. Boom. That's how it's done. Not showing some screen off in the dark. I can show the difference of my technology. You take these screens, you'll throw them in these dark environments and put these projectors up to them and think you're doing something. There you go. I got something even more fun to show you. Watch this. I grab my gray screen off the wall, throw it in front of the black screen. Now the black screen pulls a white level high enough to blend into the gray screen. I don't see you doing any of that stuff in your demonstrations. None of it. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell Crow. Stay in your lane. Because you don't want me reviewing your products. So how do you explain that? You got a black screen that is producing a high enough white level to blend into a gray screen. But yet all black screens, as Crow is trying to sell it, are supposed to be dark. Boy, I tell you, people. When you start talking about doing outdoor projection screens, this is what you need to do. This is my 180-inch screen in my backyard in the evening hours, and I'm out there watching Star Wars at 7:04 on a jet black screen. My projector sits back 21 feet. While you're doing demonstrations in the house in poorly lit environments, I was outside doing demonstrations like this at 180 inches. Not that little square piece that you have outside, a 180-inch screen coated with our technology on black fabric. That's before I had grass over there. All right, so let's get back, because again, like I said, we've already done 150-inch screens. Silver technology, we've been there, done it already. Stuff that you claim that you got, we have already done it already. Ben had it, already did it. 2017, developed silver technology, way beyond anything you ever developed. Everything you're doing, we've already did it already. That technology was shot on a 720p projector. That's it. That was called our Platinum 4K. Outside contrast demonstration, black technology. You couldn't begin to understand doing demonstrations like that. Look at that. Outside. He's sitting up there with his curtains closed. I'm outside with a piece of plexiglass demonstrating a screen outside in the rain. Challenges, please. Y'all want to give me challenges? Are you kidding me? You couldn't match any. As I said and tell him, you can't match any of my challenges, not one of them. 200-inch screen in the house. No, it's 100. It's 180-inch. Lights on. That's why I sit there and don't pay them any mind when they talk trash about challenges. They couldn't match any of my challenges. Look at that. Outside. Fabric screen coated with black. A technology. That's A technology outside. $200 screen. $720p projector. I miss that screen. That was one of the best projection screens I have ever had. Man, that thing was freaking gigantic. You walk in, that thing was bigger than a man. Outdoor projection screen. Right in front of my house. By the way, Crow, you like my house? It's big, ain't it? It's a big house. You think that house is big? The house I'm about to buy when I move out of here, I think it's 5,000 square feet. We're sitting on 4 acres. That thing's a monster. Oh, I'll show you the house when I get it. It's huge. It's big. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy something really nice for myself. I think I deserve it. And I'm buying that house too. Fabric screen. That's a. How much did I pay for that surface? $28. $28 and turned into that. I had neighbors across the street wanting to. I couldn't do anything because of COVID. Couldn't really do anything. But they wanted to get information on the screen because they wanted their backyards. Everybody around here has got backyards and front yards. My theater screen that I built. Look at the size of that. 150-inch fixed frame screen with theater curtains. Lights on. I had built screens 3 times the size of your screens. That's a 720p projector. I could go in there all day. Here we go. What about this room right here? Check this out. Y'all sitting there hiding in the dark. Condensed lighting directly on top of my screen. Just to show you how much light is making contact. This is the silver platinum technology we developed. That's how much light was hitting my screen at all times. Right here and here. Yeah, but we gave you challenges. You didn't meet the challenges. Man, forget you and your darn challenges. You haven't even done any of the demonstrations I have done. Screen with a 1,000-watt bar light taped in the middle of the screen. Windows open. But you haven't done any of our challenges. I got a buttload of challenges, demonstrations I've done. Spin the wheel and pick one. We got a 1,000-watt bar light in the middle of a screen demonstration. Showing off our screen, fully lit environment on a 150-inch screen on a 720p projector. Oh yeah, we did all this crazy stuff. This is crazy demonstrations we were doing that was getting us recognized. Who tapes a bar light in the middle of their projection screen? We do. And these jokers are sitting in the dark. That's why we sit there and laugh when it comes to them giving us challenges. Let me show this right here. This right here is on a 720p projector. That's silver technology we're working on. Fully lit environment again. See the difference between my environment and their environments? Always sitting in the dark. They're always sitting in the dark. There you go. Try this one for size. This is the old demonstration. Look at this. October the 16th, people. October the 16th. We had ambient light rejection technology gain that was so freaking good that we could drop 2 floodlights on top of it in a bar light in a fully lit environment, and that screen would maintain its image with no problem. And that's back in 2016. So don't be surprised when we sit there and they give us these demonstrations and we laugh at them. That's why. This is why we laugh at them. Oh, you're afraid to do our challenges, man. Like I said, everything we do every single day is a challenge for you. Man, I can go on and on for days on this. On and on for days. See the angle gain on that technology? Look at that. That's why we laugh at them. That's why when Crow and Partey give us challenges, we laugh. You see the demonstrations we do on a day-to-day basis compared to the stuff that they show off. That was on a 720p projector, mind you. No 1080p, 720p. That's when we started developing wallpaper technology. But we gave you challenges. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you gave us challenges. Man. Unbelievable. There you go. Telling you, man. I don't know what to say to you, tell you the truth. You keep trying to make these challenges for us, you can't match any one of ours. That's the 9 outside right there. The 9 you claim to be so dark and nobody can't see, that's a 9 outside. Well, we gave you challenges. Here you go. Here's a challenge for you. There you go. You know how you open up your door and your screen is nowhere near your door? Well, this time I took my screen and I stuck it right next to my door. That's before I had 235.1. Well, you doing demonstrations, man. You gotta be kidding me. There you go. This is a screen in my gaming room I built. Outside in the snow. You know how hard it is to make a screen produce an image outside in the snow? Number one, you have nothing but white all around you. It's snow blind. Yet that screen was able to pick up an image outside in the snow. Did you understand? We gave you challenges. Yeah, okay. That's why I laugh at it. There you go. our technology versus white screen outside. And if you go to my YouTube channel in the first part, you will see me painting a screen outside. Not only showing contrast levels, but bright, beautiful flowers. Something that they don't do. They're constantly going to come at us about how good your technology is. Blah, 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 blah. This is what makes our technology better. Because we do, like I said, you got to do the work. You got to put the time in. I know some of y'all must be saying like, yeah, so, but it is. You got to put the time in. If you don't put the time in, how do you know that your technology is going to work 100%? You see how much light hits my screen? Any environment that I move in, I'm always, when I find a house that has a lot of light in it, I'm grinning from ear to ear. Because that's a new challenge for me. I get excited when I see a window right there and a window right there. When I saw this house right here with the windows around, I was like, oh man, this is fantastic. I stick a screen in there and get one to fire off in this pocket of windows. Man. Angry Bird. Yeah, man, these are the old videos right here. The old ones. That's I painted a 235.1. I painted this one on the wall. 100, I think it was 178-inch 235.1 painted on the wall with my technology. These is probably videos y'all probably never even saw before. Yep, we got tons of them on the channel. Tons of them. There you go. You want to see something crazy? Here you go. Check this out. See that piece of material right there? That's a coating we made. We don't have any more. Somebody bought the rights to it. But that was a coating we made. Ooh. And this battles are not about challenges. It's a silver technology. In the basement, second screen fired up. Did that on a 2500 lumen laser projector. And we have our ultimate stream paint challenge, which was never met. Never, ever met. This is a challenge that was never beat. 2019, April the 19th, 2019. We put that challenge out for Crow and anybody else that wanted to challenge our technology. DMP Supernova, Elite Screens, we didn't care. Anybody. Put your link at the bottom. Put your link at the bottom. Put your link at the bottom. Where's the links at? No links. That's been going on since April of 2019. We put that challenge out. Crow never took the challenge. So you know what we did? We bought his paint. We did the challenge for him. And didn't come out too well. That's the challenge we put out there. Y'all in environments like this. And these environments like this, hiding from the dark, talking about how amazing y'all products are, and y'all stuck in the dark. Look at this. This is your environment. This is what you test your technology on. We're 1100 lumens outside. This is how we test our technology. It's a big difference. Because if I can get a screen to produce an image out there, well then, inside the house is a cakewalk. No contest. And you can put your link right here at the bottom. Crow Partey. I like to see that link right here at the bottom. Should I give you a couple of days? I'll give you 2 days to put that link to do the exact same demonstration you're seeing right here. Or we can make it extremely complicated for you, and I can put you against a sun killer, and you can do that demonstration right there. You can show me how you can produce an image outside on direct sunlight, making contact with your screen. I'll give you 1 day to pull it off, since you are equal to our technology. Let's see if we can find that nightmare. We call it a nightmare because that's pretty much what it is for any other screen that comes across it. Keep in mind, it's not a paint, it's an actual game we're developing. Let's find a sun blocker, sun killer, or whatever you want to call it. To one of them. Do 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 do. There you go. There's your challenge. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. This is what I want to see. I'll give you 2 days. Because as for your challenges, the video demonstrations you just saw me just show you, the stuff that we do on a regular, everyday basis, this is stuff they don't even do. I can guarantee you can watch any of their demonstrations. It'll match anything that we do over here. So your challenges are not worth our time. But if you think you're good, there you go. That's a direct hit from sunlight. And keep in mind, my projector is on the opposite side. So my projector is pushing an image. On the other end, there is so much light pushing through the other side, this image is faded. But once it pushes to the other side, well, I can't tell you. Oh, that's not possible? Well, just look up for a minute. I'll show you that. If you don't recognize all the sunlight around my window, you can see the fish moving by, you can see the coral reef, you can even see the little pebbles on the ground, you can see everything. There you go. There's Mr. Sun. So let's see you achieve the exact same demonstration. Oh, you can't do it because that's virtually impossible because your screen would wash out. If any kind of sunlight would hit your screen, it would completely wash out. And if you can't do it, then that means you're not equal to our technology. Then you need to keep your mouth quiet, stop running your mouth, and basically keep it quiet. Because if you can't do that, then you're not equal to my technology. Capacity yet. It's 1%. That's it. That's what 1% of that technology can do. Can you imagine when it peaks at 100%? That's not going to be pretty. But let's get back to the demonstration. So if you want to actually do a real challenge, that's an earth-shattering challenge right there. I'll give y'all 2 days to complete it. Crystal clear. Not that whole sunlight being washed out and half the screen going from here to there. We don't want to see that. Can't do those demonstrations. Can't do those demonstrations. Don't work. Those demonstrations don't work. Can't do those. All right, so let's get back to business here. And he knows what I'm talking about by the washed out demonstrations. We don't want. This is what we don't want to see. We don't want to see any outside demonstrations where the screen is washed out, half of it's missing. None of that nonsense. We don't want to see protected under awnings. No, stick it out there, put it against your house, let that sun hit that side of that screen and see what comes up. That's what we want to see. No awnings, nothing protecting it, none of that. That's what I want to see. There you go. We don't want to see this. This is what we don't want to see. Crow's Frankenstein mix outside. This is where the sunlight hits here, and the sunlight hits here. So anywhere he's got a little bit of shade, that's where he's hitting at. And the image is still washed out. You can't see it. This is what you need right there. That screen has to be hit with that kind of light. Not this, it's a shade. It has to be hit with that sunlight. So this right here that's washing out your screen, that's what our screen's being hit with. Direct sunlight. So instead of your screen being here, it needs to be right there in the center, right there. Preferably facing the wall here, so when the sun comes up, it just basically bleaches that whole section right through there. That's what we need to see. Now, if you're able to pull that off, I'll be quite impressed. See the difference between your environment here see right there? This is what has to hit your screen. That. See the difference between the two? There are no shady spots on my screen. Not one. That's a direct hit from sunlight. How much sun is hitting that screen? I'll show you. This is the back of the screen. That's how much sunlight is pushing through that screen right now. So much that even at a 4300 lumen projector, it's completely washed out from the back. So how is it possible that if a projector is hitting the screen from the back, mind you, if the screen is on the outside, it's not inside the window, it's outside. So how is it possible that it's pushing 4,300 lumens from a distance that's hitting the back of that screen and nothing's coming up, but on the other side, the image pushes through? So how is that possible? Unless we figured out a way how to design a gain that pretty much can work with the sun. Because there's no other way to explain it. You're seeing it for yourself right here. There's nothing on that sheet. You can barely see it. So how's that possible? See, the problem is that you're stuck in this hobby world of these mixtures of paints and stuff. I'm over here studying the physics of light, on how it's structured, how it does, how we can use it as a form of generating gain. And that's what one guy was asking me, he was watching the video. He was like, how the freak are you doing that? A lot of work, my friend. A lot of freaking math and a lot of work. How are you doing this? How are you doing this? See that? You want to be equal to my technology. You couldn't figure that out. So the image shows up on this side, but on the other side it doesn't. Wouldn't you think that the side that's being hit with the projector would show the image better than the other side that actually is being filtered through the projector? So bottom line, the projector is pushing an image through glass and then hitting the back of our screen, while the sunlight at the same time is hitting, boom, and the image pops up. But yeah, you want to talk all this trash about being equal to our technology. You think it's basically just white and black paint. It's not black and white paint. It's way beyond what you could ever think it could be. You couldn't even come close to what it is. The reason why you mix it with white paint is because those are the basics of what you only know when it comes to technology. All you know is black and white paint. That's it. You don't know anything else beyond that. All right, I had enough of this. Let's go over and finish this demonstration because I have some things that have to be done today. All right, so let's go back to this beginning of the video and let's show you the demonstration that basically removed from his site because he did not want you to see it, and we're showing you it here. So this right here is the free do-it-yourself mix, which was removed off the channel. Make sure we got this right. There we go. which I'm going to be making 5 gallons of that for myself tomorrow. So it doesn't make a difference. You don't need that paint. I just found some old paint laying around downstairs in the shop. Mix it together. And voila, we have this. Like I said, the reason why you show you that because you can't get angry. You can't get mad. You can't say we made his product without his permission. It is his product. He showed us how to make it. All we did was just go in and make the product, put it against his old stuff, and then blend it perfectly. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my roller. And I'll take you into the kitchen real quick while we're setting this up. And look on this real carefully to see that it actually blends quite nicely. That is the Crow's Personal Mix. That is the free mix we made. 2 tablespoons of black paint mixed into white paint. Now these are all the different shades that we're able to achieve by just basically adding different combinations. Some are actually more, some are actually less. That I have in there, so I'm going to be putting some of that down myself. So let's go over here and let's paint 2 sides of the screen. What are you doing here? Get out of here, you crazy nut. This right here, we're going to make, this is the 2, that right there is the free paint. This right here is when we add instead of 4, we add 6 into it. Let's pour this one first. This is mine. My own. Keep in mind, no one owns the rights to black and white paint mixtures. They don't. They've been going around since YouTube for the longest time. This is mine right here. This is made by adding in a little more darker. I added in mine more like 6. That is mine on the far end right here. And this is the Metallica mix. So mine was different. Mine was the same base as in white paint, but so instead of putting in 4, I added in 6. Now keep in mind, when we developed Crystal Edge Technology screen paint, Digital One Crystal screen paint, it was designed by basically adding in these 6. But several artists made it a little different. We add in a cup of silver, and we add in probably about 2 teaspoons of a more Metallica glitter. Now, for those of you going to sit there and go, well, that's not possible. You know, these are the Crow Boys making this comment. That's not possible. You've never made a light gray screen paint a day in your life. Boy, I love watching you choke on humble pie. I really do. You should really invest in a milk dispenser. Or maybe somebody does a Heimlich maneuver. Because I love it when y'all talk like that. I know they think that way. They think that way. You never made a great paint. All you make is black paints. Digital One Crystal screen paint. Who's that in the video, people? That's me in the video. Painting a gray screen on a wall. That's how we know how that stuff is made, because we were making that stuff many, many, many years ago. What's the time stamp on this video? Here you go, 2012. In 2012, we were making that product. All that UV mix and all that stuff. Yeah, we were making that stuff already. We've been making that stuff. We were making it in 2012. Told you, I back everything up. Ah, get out of here. Goodbye. Told you Crow Boys coming talking trash. They got nothing to say. Goodbye, bye. We already debunked your stuff. We made your stuff back in 2019. In 2019, so they put that challenge up for the free screen paint in 2020. We already did it back in 2019. Already debunked their stuff already. So y'all late. Y'all late to the party. Already did it already. That's why we didn't take your little challenge seriously. That's why we laughed at it. Because an 8 beat it. And now we're talking about a 12, and the 12 is more advanced than the 8. And we did it back in 2019. We made your product right there on YouTube. But like again, since we've already beat all your challenges, we made your product, we did that demonstration back in 2019, so we pretty much beat that challenge already. Then we matched it to the stuff you have now, which is still too dark. Yeah, so here's the thing. Now you have that sun killer demonstration to do. Good luck, because that's a doozy. Trying to get a screen to produce an image out in the sunlight, direct sunlight. Watch it react the same way as crow's paint. Reacts the same way. See how the contrast levels don't pull up? Yes. We were making this product. Reacts the same way. See the tannish around the edges, see the contrast fading out in the background? Yeah, we were making your product way back then. We thought it was yours. No, we made it first. We made it first. Love y'all. Love y'all. Goodbye. Whoa. Sorry, dude. I do apologize. I'll get you out of that situation today. Hold on. I got you. My bad. AV Pro Guy. My bad. You'll be back in. It's just temporary for the time being, okay? Sorry about that. My bad. Thought he was saying something stupid. I was basically going to put a block on him. He didn't say anything disrespectful. I do apologize. All right. What were you asking? What was the sun killer? Hold on for a minute. That's the sun killer. That's technology we developed. It allows the screen to be able to take a direct hit from sunlight. Need I say any more? 1% technology at 1% took a direct hit from the sun. That's what we call the sun killer. That's the challenge we put out now. 2 days to see if your screen can withstand a direct hit from the sun and produce an image. See the fish flowing back and forth across the screen? I love that when you see the fish moving back and forth. You can even see the individual gravel, everything crystal clear. There's the sun peeking through. And how much sunlight is that screen taking in? A ton. Boom, 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 boom. The projector's inside the house. Do you know how hard that demonstration is to do? Let me show you something. So this is what I need for you to explain to me. How is it possible that a projector is pushing an image to a screen? So as you see it pushing the image to the screen is completely wiped clean. There's nothing pulling up at all, which means there is so much sunlight pushing through that screen that the image on the opposite side is washed out. But when you go outside, the image shows up crystal clear. What would be the light if the projector was inside? That's easy. Let me get this straight. So you're wondering if the screen could produce an image inside when it just took a direct hit from the sun? Are you kidding me? Dude, that's too easy, man. You must be new. Or outside movie projector? Yeah, outside movie projector. How about that? Is that a big enough screen for you? For outside in the daytime? There you go. That's 8. That's old technology. We don't make that anymore. That's our technology outside on a 180-inch screen. No, that's not the sun killer. Sun killer is designed for something else. It's not what you think it is. Sun killer is not a screen paint. It's a gain. It's a chemical gain that we are developing. But it's a long story. I can't get into it. But that's a gain. That is for future technology, something we're building. And there's a good chance that, and I'm sorry to say this, there's a good chance that a company will be picking up that technology and buying it for a great deal of money. But like I said, let's see what happens. But yeah, that's a game that's being developed. It's being developed for actually, we're actually in the process of building our own fixed frame screens. But like I said, after that demonstration got out a few times, I don't think it's probably, might not, I don't know. I can't tell you the truth on that. Honestly, I can't. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's leave it at that. But that's the Sun Killer. Can you make a game powerful? No. No, no, no. Feline turpentine. No, 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 no. Not good with the rhymes. That's my show cat in the hat. All right, where are we at on this? Where are we at on this? Screen's dry. Let's come in here and have a looky. Let's have a looky. Let's see what we got going on in here. All right, so screen on this side, which is the darker one, is mine that I use with 6 tablespoons of black. And the one on the far end on this side is actually the do-it-yourself mix that we got from Crow. So even if we altered it, and maybe we added in a little bit more, we still match. I say we're slightly a little darker. So let's see what we got. We'll take the personal mix here, and we'll put it right in the center. See what happens. That's the mix I paid for, $104, versus the mix I made on this side that was actually a little darker. As you can see, it's a little darker right there. See, it's a little darker. So that one was added with 6 tablespoons and white paint. This is actually the one he shows us how to make in the tutorial video on his site. Well, not anymore, but in the video on the tutorial site, he makes 2 tablespoons into white paint. So that's interesting to look at. Let's change the video to something else. See if we can put something else on there and change it up. See if there's a difference. Let's pull up the Starfield demonstration. This side is a little darker. I wonder if I got the right remote control. Probably don't. Starfield screensaver.
I found a few skills that might help. Do you need screensavers all in one?
No. Starfield screensaver.
I have a few skills that can help. Do you need screensavers?
I hate it when you do the talk. She never listens at all. Star screensaver.
I found a few skills that might help. Do you need Star Trek?
No. I had to do this myself manually. I swear. Program's a freaking idiot. YouTube Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, I just asked for that like 3 times in a row. So yeah, I told you, my side, which is a darker version, mine's actually six teaspoons. Can you play contrast? There's no contrast going on in this screen. But okay, but there's no contrast going on in the screen, man. Let me show you something. We've done this already. This is a gray screen we design. It's called black silver. That's a black silver. That's our technology we make. That's a gray screen. That's what, now mind you, that's still not black. That's still gray. That's black technology. Watch, I'll show you. Lessons 101, 2, level 3. How's your keyboard? All wrapped up this and this right here. What's going on in your world, bird? It's just weird. How in the world did you get the mouse? Like, how did you get the beans over the franks? I don't know. This is weird. Right. Let's bring it around. Alright, that's cool. I should have brought Mother Chrissy down. I got one of them down here to play with. Nope, sorry about that. Put it back in. Let's disconnect the Chromecast for a minute. Need a little free room in here. Let's disconnect some of the equipment. It's a bad idea, but whatever. So that right there is a gray screen. These are called black silvers. We make these. Black silvers have the ability to pull black contrast levels even though the screen is gray. Let's get my stuff moved over here so we can move about in the demonstration. I'll let the power back on. All right, let me power that back on. That had to be a raccoon. There's no other way it could get out there like that. That had to be a freaking raccoon. That crazy monsters. No, I feed them. No, my fault. Well, which one we got running? That's not it. This one goes to the kitchen. We need the other one. One goes to that one right down here. It's on the floor. There we go. Let's grab this one. Dry. Put this in here more. Okay. Are we plugged in? We're all connected, right? Everyone's connected. I should put the right one. All right, give it a minute. Project is being temperamental. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we stick together, the happier we'll be. All right, let's see which one's which. One of these going to fire up, one. Okay. Let me see what's going on with my projector. Come on. Here we go. Okay, let me come to you. A little temperamental sometimes. So you want to see the NASA. Who's watching? What do you mean who's watching? Oh, great. Okay. Let's go for contrast demonstration. Relaxing outer space.
Getting that from YouTube. I'm really excited about the holidays. They look a little bit different.
So there you go. That right there is a black silver. Hey, how you doing? That is our gray screen paint that has the ability to read contrast levels. Let's take that out of the equation. And let's put that next to our black screen. So you can see that the screen is gray. You just can pull a contrast level. Now what we have here is, this is the Crow's free mix, which video he pulled down, that has the 2 tablespoons into white paint. And then this is what I made for myself. This is the 6 tablespoons into white paint. Now before he goes ranting about how he actually owns the right to black and white paint mixtures, he does not own that at all, period. As I said before, back in the day, they used to have a screen paint product called the YouTube mix. Those you remember that era? I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Know about that era? That's what it's called. It's called the YouTube mix. And it was actually gray and white paint, or gray and black paint, people different ways to mix together, but that's what it was. And that's how everybody was making their screens. But at that particular time, Goo Screen was actually the top screen. There was no Black Diamond. There was no, none of that ever existed. It was just basically Goo Screen, some other companies, but Goo Screen was the main screen that sold screen paint. And they were really expensive. They were like $400 and $500 and $600 a quart. So what people were doing was they were doing a YouTube mix. Yeah, shipping is worldwide. We ship all over the world for free. So yes, no matter where you live at in the world, it's free shipping. And keep in mind, with the Christmas sale, we are giving out free blackout cloth. So we're giving a 6 by 10 feet blackout cloth for free. Now, what I'm showing you in this demonstration is that this right here is Crow's personal mix. This is the mix that I paid $104 for when I bought it. And that's the free mix that I made over there. I watched this YouTube tutorial video. Like I said, you can't watch the video because he's removed the video, but in that video he shows you how to make that product. I was able to come in and go to the screen and have a match. If you go to right now, if I don't know if I put it, you got to come out of this video. I don't think I put anything in the description box. So you got to come out of this video, pop in any other videos, and you'll see the information right there, our website. And we'll take the black silver, which is our tech, and show you the difference between what you're losing. When it comes to contrast levels, your gray screens can pull contrast levels extremely well. So that's our tech right there. Color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's what the bezel picks up on our black silver technology. The color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
These are our blue levels on the black silver. Dark green.
Getting that from YouTube.
Look at the white levels.
That is not the most endearing way to show viewers our game. Immortal Spheres writes it, save the gods.
The black silver costs $89. That's what the price of it is. It is actually considered to be a grade screen, and it beats 6 top-end screens. We'll show you the demonstrations. It beat a DMP Supernova. I'm sorry, beat a Supernova, DMP Supernova, the Dark Star 9, and it beat the Parallax 0.8 screen easily because it can pull a contrast level. See what we got next we can do on here. Oh, better yet, I'll just pull it up. Let's pull up clear. Oh, that's got an 8K. But damn, sorry my French, but really? Is there anything that plays on an 8K? Like, seriously? What are you running off a freaking 8K TV? Which I'm curious to know. And mind you, that's great technology. That's not a platinum eclipse. The platinum eclipse are dark, and it's not a black screen. That's a great technology pulling that off, that contrast level that deep. I'm not interested in TVs. I don't watch TV in boxes. I have no interest in them. I have projection screens throughout my entire house. I have no interest in a TV. But I mean, if you're doing an unboxing and you want me to support your channel, yeah, I'll go in there and watch and give you a like and subscribe. No problem with that. I'm all about helping somebody out. No problem. I'm not a TV man, but if it's to help you with your channel and all, sure, I'll go in there and watch. As a matter of fact, I'm actually on a forum site where they talk about TVs all day long. That's all they talk about, TVs and speakers and stuff. Shoot me a channel. I'll drop you a link in there. Them people over there, that's all they do is they discuss them 8K TVs all day long, speakers, setups. That's all they do. I just pop in there from time to time because I do a few projection screens in there. But if you're doing a channel like that, let me know. I'll put your link in there with those guys. They'll definitely log in and watch. That's all they do. No problem for me. Nice little city scenery. Nah, I'm not kidding for 8K TVs. Nah. If you see what I got running through my house right now, there's no way in the world I would go near a TV. I haven't had a TV in 11 years. I'm not interested. If I was going to go 8K, if I thought about going 8K, I just buy me a high-power Chrissy projector. They got 8K projectors on those things. JVC, I think, has one too. But I'm into projectors. I'm a projector man. I'm a projector man through and through. I just like the fact that if I'm doing it 235.1, I can do that easy on the projector. Like the one I got over top of me right now is a 235.1. I told one guy, I said, try to get that in the TV and see how much it costs you. Dedicated home theater in your home? Nah. I got a dedicated home theater screen. If you consider the 235.1, because the 235.1, you can't play everything on the 235.1. You can't do a 16:9 format. You have to have a special video to play widescreen format and they do 235.1. Let's see how it's contrast. You gotta have them contrast levels. Contrast levels are important. With that, your images fade out. Look how deep the reds are over there. That's the gray. We haven't even thrown it on the black screen yet. Is that Sony coffee table over? Oh, LG got one, a coffee table of $8,000 for a projector. Like, yeah, right. There's no way in the world on God's green earth I would pay that kind of money for a projector. I mean, look at the size of this thing. I mean, good Lord, if your house catches on fire, you're not picking that thing up and carrying it out with you. That is not going to happen. I think Sony had the $50,000 projector. There's nowhere in the world you was taking that with you. If your house burnt down, you just better pray you had insurance on it. If you didn't, you was just screwed 3 ways from Sunday. That's all to it. Can you imagine having that projector catching a fire and you didn't have insurance on it? Oh, that's a lot of crying. That's a lot of crying. Actually, we did that one already. Every demonstration you talk about, we've done it already. As a matter of fact, we even did crazier than that. I had this silver technology we developed that can produce such a high image. It's a 50 lumen projector versus a TV. I'll show you a demonstration when we're done with this. Did it already. Got another test. I got over 5,000 video demonstrations in my library on just about everything you could possibly think of. Because the difference between me and everybody else is trying to figure out how to cut corners. In my head, I'm constantly testing my technology, constantly pushing it, to see exactly how far I can go. Who takes a screen and sticks it outside and let the sun hit it? Who takes a screen and tapes a 1,000-watt bar light to the side of a screen? We do that crazy stuff. I love it, man. For me, it's not about failure. It's about reconstruction of technology to make it better. So if I come across a screen, and I did come across a few of them that I actually could take our screen on, We were developing silver technology. The CMO 81.3 is a freaking beast to contend with. Had a hard time getting around that one. But I learned from my technology falling constantly against it where I needed to improve it. That's why mistakes isn't a bad thing. Mistakes, but failure is not a bad thing. Failure is actually a learning experience. If you can learn from your mistakes, you can make your product better. If you learn from your failures, you make your products better. So every time I test a new form of technology, I take something from it. As in this stuff, I can't take anything from it because we used to make it. Now I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring up the video. We have the 50 lumen challenge too. And the 50 lumen challenge. Oh, you thought the freaking 1100 was a nightmare. Oh, we got a 50 lumen challenge on a silver screen. Yeah, I'll show you that one. 50 lumen challenge projector outside. We did one with the TV. We designed this product. It was this really high silver technology we made. And I'm gonna tell you why we didn't finish it off. It was extremely toxic to design it to us. We had to pull the plug on it. We couldn't do it. It was just too much of a problem. It had to be yanked. And it was one of those things that sit on the back burner, and we just didn't do anything with it no more. This screen had a high silver that was so bright that it actually was brighter than white. A lot of you know. I'm gonna show you the demonstrations on it. We never did anything with it. It was too toxic. The chemicals that went into it to make it were just too much of a problem. So we just scrapped it. Got rid of it. Let me find this thing. There it is right there. That's a test that was done. 50 lumen versus a TV. Been there, we've done this stuff already. This is the technology we were developing. But to make that surface right there was a process. It was a process. It was a pain in the freaking neck. That right there is a 1080p TV versus a 50 lumen projector side by side. Nope, we'll never make that stuff ever again. That stuff was really toxic to work with. Never got sold, never made it to the market, nothing. We scrapped it. Oh, that's my ViewSonic 4K projector right there. Boom. I told you I had a 4K projector. Oh, you forgot 4K projector, yeah. We developed a technology that beat the 4K projector on a 720p. I said, that's it. Not buying 4K no more. And never bought one ever since then. I haven't bought one since then. I'll show you that video too. Took a 4K projector, designed the formula, took a 720p and beat it on a 4K. Yep, a long time ago. I don't get it anymore. Oh man, can I hear you? Okay. Man, y'all think y'all delayed on some of y'all packages, man? I'm sitting here, man, still waiting for my freaking Dreamcast to get here, my Power Stone, man. And I was supposed to come here on February the 11th. I got a red dot in the middle of my freaking, which one telling me, no, you can't get it yet. I see 1080p or 720p. TV's 1080p. It's running through a PS4. It's running 1080p. The projector's 720p. It's a Pico. With the angle on it. The angle is sharp. Yep. That was a high dense silver we developed. That stuff was brutal. It was brutal to make, but the outcome, it was insane, man. Yeah, it powered on a 50 lumen projector. So you imagine if we hit that screen with like, for the projectors I have in here, like 4,000 lumens, and we hit the one side of the screen. Oh man. Is this it right here? I think that was one of them. That's the portable. That's the portable. That was a 2500 lumen outside demonstration. That was another outside demonstration. There you go. Pico projector on that same crazy. That's that nanotech technology we developed. This is on 50 lumens. 50 lumens right there. 50 lumen projector. 50 lumen and 200 lumen projector. We did that test on that nanotechnology. Just how bright that stuff. That's the overhead lights on, and the screen stood it and washed out at 50 lumens. Invisible black technology. Images that can push right there. That was black technology we're working on. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the first beginning of black technology. We actually coded this screen in. Was it the nano? Was this the nano, the invisible nano? No, that was the nano. That's the black nano we did right there. That was a spray-on version of that technology right there. That stuff was freaking sick. Another again, we can't make this stuff anymore. Somebody owns the rights to it. That's why when you develop a technology, none of the products are supposed to have the same code. If they do, then you're screwed. If somebody happens to buy one of them, that means basically within that, they make you sign an agreement. In that agreement, you cannot make that product, not ever, 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 ever again. So that's why you have to make sure that all the codes are different in every form of screen paint you develop. They can't share the same. And that was the spray-on version of a nano plexiglass. This is front and rear black technology. I still want to do a screen. I wish they had and get plexiglass. If they had plexiglass, I would do me 100-inch screen with a freaking invisible trim, just like that one I designed right there. And I would pay my game. I have my projector on the opposite side because that was rear projection technology right there. We have this. We have this right on the website for sale. Yes, we do. Actually, I got my paint sprayer downstairs. I'm actually waiting for a piece of plexiglass to get here so I can build one. Boom, right there. See? Transparent. Right through glass. Right through, it was a black plexiglass technology we developed. It's a paint. And I'm on the opposite side of the projector, right over there. Lights on. I don't know why I destroyed that screen, man. That was a dumb idea. It was a nice little setup. I could have painted the which one black, put some LED lights behind the back of it. I wasn't thinking. I mean, I can make more of it, but still. I should have held on to that one at least. That was a nice little setup right there. Yeah, we've seen these already. There you go, right here. Test some black technology outside versus white technology. Oh, I cannot wait till the summertime gets here because we got the new coating and I want to basically start working on these outdoor screens. And we got one company in mind, Mr. Elite. When your yard master projection screen, we're going to be doing demonstration tests against your screen. We're going to do a blow up mat. We're going to do a blow up few. There's a cat right in the background. I didn't see that in my video. We're going to do an inflatable screen. Yep. We might just buy the yard master inflatable screen, just coat one side of it with our black technology. I'm definitely going to be going after a lot of freaking white screens in the summertime. Look at that. You see the improvement of black technology outside. Now, if you had a white screen, there's no way in the world you was pulling that image up. That black technology we had up there. And I was on a 2,000 lumen projector, 2,500 lumen projector, sorry, at 12 feet back. That's what we're using. Yeah. I'll take the Frankenstein outside. I'll take him outside. If he wants to go outside, I'll take him outside. He won't do that demonstration. And we can't buy the product anyway. He'll cancel our orders anyway, so we can't get it. What was this one? Oh, here we go. It's a fabric demonstration we're doing. Look at that. Lights out. As I said, these are all the crazy demonstrations that we were doing. I mean, just seeing what we could get away with. Like, how much light can we have hit the screen? Can we put a screen next to window light? I mean, just doing crazy stuff to get the screen to do all kinds of crazy things. Like, somebody want to stick a screen right there. They can have the window open. They can have the lights on. And you can watch the screen with no problem whatsoever. Oh, that's the 200 lumens versus a laptop. We beat a laptop. Using a 200 lumen projector, beat a freaking laptop. That's our technology right there. That's that silver stuff I told you we developed. That stuff was crazy bright, but that stuff was super toxic to make. That's versus a laptop. I had to figure out another way how to make this stuff again. I want to make this stuff again, but we got to figure out a different way how to do it because that stuff is really, really nice. Look at that. Compared to our environments, you just look at our environments, how much light our screens have to take in our environments. I know the country. I do. I'm very well familiar with it. We've shipped there before. We shipped there for free. As a matter of fact, there's a forum site that from Malaysia. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not, but there's a forum site that I used to go to that it was all about projection screens, and it was from that area. We had some pretty interesting stuff that was going on over there, but yeah, I'm quite familiar with it. See, somebody using one light bulb. This is the kind of light stress we should put our screens under. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Definitely familiar with it. Man, well, here you go. Great technology outside. Playing Street Fighter. 2,000 lumens. We did all this stuff already. Everything he's talking about, we've done it already. This is the technology we have now. That's the technology we have now. That's blue. Right there. Blue projection screen. The first of its kind. Well, let me see. I've done pretty much what we can do here. I mean, the only thing I can do next, I mean, pretty much you already seen already that the product itself, and those of you who didn't see the demonstration, but this is accompanied by a guy by the name of, he makes a product, you got to check him out. His name is Pro Screens. It's actually very good. It's extremely good. And I've already tested it next to Crow's Screen Paint, and it beat the Screen Paint hands down. Produces a much, 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 much higher white level, and the contrast levels are extremely good. And whatever he puts in it, and I don't know what he does, man, and I don't really care. It's none of my freaking business, but there's no black paint in it at all. Virtually impossible. Now for it to come up that freaking white, no. At first I thought it was white paint, but then when I saw it to dry, it's like a kind of a light gray, and it's really actually good. I give him credit for that one. It's really actually good. I'm enjoying my last days on YouTube. Yeah, whatever. Everyone say that already. Last days on YouTube. Yeah, bite me. Goodbye. last days on YouTube. Funny. We're the ones that actually went in with our legal department and contact YouTube's legal department already, so that's already established. So yeah, la-di-da. See how mad they get? They get upset when you show them for what they are. So, like I said, we've already tested out Partay's paint. We did it already way back in 2019. Did his product. That's what came up next to an 8. Did that already. And then this particular fellow right here is mad because he got outed. You got outed doing something that you shouldn't have did. Now, keep in mind, I'd be real careful about making those comments because his account is under investigation. We already went in. We already contacted the legal department. We already sent in copies of my keep in mind, registered copyright. We sent that already. All that information was sent to their legal department showing that we do have a registered copyright. All that was sent. So, no, it ain't no last days for us. That's anybody coming up with the name Christmas Glitter, that's Crow popping in our channel, running his mouth. And that's not the worst of it, because right now, as we speak, my attorney right now is contacting the Copyright Office, and they're submitting a complaint against you for the video that you uploaded, including our copyright attached to it. And as I said before, police don't get involved in that. Once you start talking about the U.S. government, you're talking about the FBI. So, yeah, it's going to get pretty ugly. That's my copyright video right there showing to Mr. Crow. If you want to check that out, it shows the video where he violated our copyright and showed off a label without our permission. It's the way he did it. Now you can show off somebody's label side by side, boom, boom, boom. If I got 2 here and 2 here and doing side by side, you can do that. But when you deliberately take someone's product out to slander it and cause damage to a company, then you're in trouble. That's why I try to explain to people, like if you watch a TV show and you watch a comedian come out there and his shirt's blurred or the hat's blurred or whatever they got is blurred, sneakers are blurred, it's because either they didn't have permission from whoever owns the rights to that material, or maybe your material might be a little too spicy and they might not want their name attached to it. And that's the reason why they asked you to blur it out. Well, he didn't do that. He called himself covering over some of the logo like this, and he considered that to be covering it up. No, you got to blur the whole logo, not part of it. Because if any of that logo shows, then that means you actually have violated somebody's copyright. That's all to it. And then you had Crowboy saying, oh, it's not real, it's not real. It's not real. You can go to gov.com. Any copyright that's registered by the U.S. government, boom, there you go. Any copyright registered by the U.S. government, you can go into public records, public catalog of public records, and you can dig up their copyrights right there. And there it is, buddy boy, registered, registered. Yes, that copyright is registered under the government. Yes, you know what that means? That means not only do you get hit by my attorney, but you get hit by their, because they have penalties for touching it. Very serious. $250,000 to $500,000 fines, even some jail time. So yeah, you have to go in and take care of that. Wait, is what? What are you saying right here? Let's see, $89 screen paint is enough for filling out 100. No, not for 130 inch. 120 inch. You know how we know how much it takes? Because we do it quart by quart. Like when I painted my ceiling jet black, I had to do it quart by quart to figure out exactly how many quarts it took to paint that ceiling. And everybody's seen my demonstrations. They've watched me do tons of paint on demonstrations. So yeah, I wouldn't, it's going to cost, you might have to do 2 quarts. Yeah, it's a registered name. There's my artwork right there. Citizenship, United States, authorship, 2D work. That's my artwork. I designed it. There we go. So, you know, we're talking about last day. Yeah, bite me on that one. Bite me, bite me. Yeah, whatever. If he wasn't going around calling people scammers and saying nasty things about people and then mixing their products with all kinds of black chemicals to make their products look bad, yeah. And it's funny because I'm not the only one that feels this way, because there's another fellow, like I said on here, that's ranting about Crow, how he did a very bad demonstration on a projection screen, and guy caught him on it, put him on blast because of it. They're mad because, and like I said before, at the end of the day, how are you mad? It's your buddy on making the video. So how is that my fault? That I basically just went in and made the product that you just showed me how to make. Is that not his living room? Is that not his hand? Is that not his surrounding area? Tell me if I'm wrong. And he's sitting there showing you how to make this product. He even titled the video on how it was in the ingredients. So how in the world are you upset? Oh, it's not my last day on YouTube, please. Right now, my attorney is right now in contact with YouTube's legal department. They're going through Crow's channel as we speak. Please. Yeah, right. Keep in mind, I explain to people, when you come on here and make statements like that, you know I record my recordings. I hope you know that. My recordings are recorded. We do that all the time. I started doing that when the Crowboys were talking about, oh, you got to show your camera settings, show your camera settings. Yeah, I record my recordings now. When people want to pop up, because we had problems with people coming there with racial slurs. Like Crow called me a cocoa bird, and my buddy was like, what the frick does he mean by cocoa bird? Oh, because I'm black and my last name is Bird. Now, I'm telling you right now, you really don't want to pull a race card into this. In this decade and time, you want to talk about race? You don't want to go down that road, buddy. You want to bring that nonsense into it. You don't want to be labeled as that kind of person. Trust me. You keep them kind of racial slurs to yourself. That doesn't have to be brought out there like that. You don't have to be talking like that, calling people cocoa bird and all that stuff. Come on, man. You really want to act like that? I'm talking about protest. You don't want that crap happening in your front. Man, chill with that nonsense. I wonder how much of this stuff you fake. That's what I want to know. There you go. This is your product outside. Against our technology, against a 7. That's a 7. That's why he called us scammers on the 7, because 7 beat the screen outside. That's a 7 versus his technology outside. Hey, let me tell you something. Crow could get better and better in the future. He could. He could get real good in the future if he learned to stop cutting corners. If he's starting to like cut corners and so they're doing things right, because all the stuff he's doing right now has already been done already. People have done this stuff already. I'm trying to tell y'all. Go back to the old YouTube videos when people were doing all these gray screen paint mixes. This stuff was already done already. They did it to death. Everybody had their own form of their own mixture. It happened ever since something happened with one of the formulas on YouTube. And something happened and it just couldn't make it no more. I think one of the companies went out of business or something, and something happened. And everybody just started coming up with these own different mixes, and they were sharing them back and forth. That's what was going on. So, you know, then nobody wants to spend freaking $3,000 or $800 for a goo screen. It was just too expensive for a goo screen. That's the Starfield demonstration being pulled outside. But nobody was doing demonstrations like this. They weren't taking them outside. Everybody was in dark environments. But in the future, I think it will get better and better and better in the future. Dude, have you seen my technology? To my better in the future. I got screens that take direct hits from suns. Half the stuff I have over here that half the big boy screens haven't even caught up with. I got a drawer full of high-tech screens in there, sample sheets in that drawer over there that we test against all the time. Keep in mind, we have a blue projection screen that has 100% color code. No one has that. Nobody has it. I love that blue screen. I can't wait to get the blue screen out. That blue screen is so beautiful. You have no idea how beautiful that screen is. Oh my goodness, that screen is so freaking gorgeous. I'm telling you. I think that might cause y'all to break up with a lot of y'all girlfriends. You ever see what Call of Duty looks like on a freaking blue screen? It is freaking insane how beautiful the colors come up on that screen. But that's neither here nor there, because it's not launching right, and you have to have a pre-order to get that screen paint. You literally have to have a pre-order to get it. If you don't have a pre-order, you can't get it. I'm not joking with you. When that launch date comes up for that technology, keep in mind, tomorrow's the 15th. They put as the day to open up the pre-order for it. There's only going to be a certain amount in the shopping carts. That's it. because we have to make a certain amount of shopping cart for customers and a certain amount for companies. I got companies coming to get 10 gallons of that stuff because they're curious. They want to experiment with it and play around with it, see what they can do with it, how they can utilize it. But once that shopping cart is filled and we deplete that list, that's it. It's cut off. When the launch date comes up on the I think it's the 7th of February, they will only honor pre-orders only. Any orders that come in that's not on that list, your money will be returned right back to your account automatically because there's no more spots. I can't give you a spot that's not there. So that's the only way you're going to be obtaining it. Once that money has passed, say we sell out in the first week, that shopping cart's locked. We don't sell it until next month. We restock, and then it starts all over again. We basically start issuing for everybody. No more pre-orders. You can just buy whatever you want from there. But nope, you have to be a pre-order owner just to get that stuff now. And I already got companies already pressuring me not to offer that stuff to the consumer because they want it. They're going to pay me whatever I want because they want it. And that's why we've been locking everything down. We got a copyright on it. We paid for the copyright, trademark secret, and we paid for a patent pending on it because we have to show that we own the rights to it. Now, if a company comes up and says, hey, we want to give you such and such so amount of money for this technology, but we need to see that you own it first. They're going to request that paperwork. If we don't have it, well, they say they can just go get a sample of it and just reverse engineer it and take it for themselves. But since we have that paperwork there, they're going to have to buy my patent pending. They're going to have to buy my rights to get it. That's a lot to think about. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, I'm done here. I'm done. I've already did my demonstration. I'm done here. Crow boys can get all upset all you want. It's funny how we show the demonstration of I'm making the paint, and yet not one crow boy comes in and explains the video. Like nothing. They don't explain anything at all. And like I said, I don't know how in the world you're so upset and so angry, Fernando. I think that's your name. You're so angry when it was you on the video making the product, showing people how to make it for free. So how could you be upset? And I think it's great because you can build your own company. Yeah, it is. Hey, you have a good one, Chief, and you be safe out there, okay? All right. Cool dude. But anyway, like I said, how can you be upset? Because you're on the video making the product. Yeah, you mean, if anything, don't be upset with me. You need to send an apology to your customers. You really need to sit there and say, look, I'm sorry. I made this product. I understand it matches the other one. You know what I mean? So and so and so. You know, just try to basically get a customer trust relationship back with your customers. But then again, you kind of did something really stupid, and that got you even more trouble because, you know, Joker posted a thumbnail of my house, which I don't care about that because you can find my house anywhere. I really don't care about that. But it's what you did that messed you up. You weren't hurting me in any way. That didn't bother me at all. That you posted a thumbnail of my house. You can find my house basically on any freaking real estate website. You can find my house. I can find your house. I know where you live at. I told you, I got family up in South Central. I got family up in LA. All right, so I know where you live at. So that's not a problem. But I don't post your information out like that because that's unprofessional. You don't do that. Regardless if a person's being nasty to me on any level, you don't do that. You don't post their information like that because that's wrong. You don't do that. And I tell you why that's wrong. It's not professional, man. You got to show a level of being professional. Now, you can say what I did right now is not professional. It is professional. You're stealing from people. You made a product that anyone could have made. You put a hype on it that wasn't true. It's like selling snake oil to people from wagon to wagon, you know? That's what you did. But I would still, out of all the dirty stuff you did to me, I'm not posting your information up like that. That's disrespectful. And when you did that, you damaged your ability to have a trust towards your customers. Because, like I said, anybody does something like that, I would not even dare give them any form of credit card information or anything where I live at and like that. Because who's to know if he gets ticked off at you or you tick him off the wrong way, that he might post your personal information on Craigslist or something crazy like that. That's why I said you don't do stuff like that. You got to carry yourself in a professional way. Keep your personal feelings someplace else. This is business. And people say, you know what I mean? It's business. Don't take it personally. So keep in mind, like I said, when you're contacted by the copyright office and all this other legal department, that's business. It's nothing personal. You did something stupid. You got to pay for it. That's all to it at the end of the day. All right, so people, I got to get back to work. I have much to do. Cool dudes down here. Are you streaming every day? I stream just about every day. Yes. Yeah, I stream every day. I stream literally every day. I love streaming. I love it. I tried doing pre-recordings, but now I can't do pre-recordings anymore. I don't care if only 5 people are in my room, only 6 people are in my room, you know what I mean? Because I do my demonstrations live because I got so many people who hate what I do, those naysayers that hate what I do, that if I do a pre-recording or something, oh, it's fake, he did this, he did that, he has magical. And one time he came in and said that I was basically using some kind of software to manipulate a live stream live stream. I was using some kind of, I don't know, really, seriously? I mean, I ain't got no marking on my forehead, so I'm definitely not Harry Potter, and I didn't snap my hands to make things disappear, so I'm definitely not Thanos, and I'm definitely not a god, so it's real. But thank you all for taking the time to come in and watch. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, when people are going to basically come at my company and call me a fake liar, scammer, whatever, I built my company. And it was a lot of hard work doing it. And I'm not going to let anybody tarnish my name or destroy my company in the process. I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep my company running, and I'm going to continue to make products for my customers. All right. Thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God